Hello guys, Timmy here. Welcome back to the channel. I do hope you enjoyed the introduction. Now, in that introduction, I stated that I'm gonna make a few episodes in a certain order. Yeah, and we're gonna start right now with the episode 1, in which I would like to talk about the tanks. How do you set them up? What heroes you use and why you need specific skills. But in order to justify this video and basically all the series, first I would like to explain you the combat system. Now, not everybody is a programmer and doesn't understand how coding is going, but I found a beautiful way of explaining you how the Topwar combat system works in a very clear way. Yeah, I know. It looks very violent, and it's a very violent way of explaining the top war combat. But nonetheless, it's exactly how it works. So this is very important for me to highlight this because this is exactly the key. This is exactly the motivation. This is exactly the explanation why I am doing this specific series and why I'm recommending you this hero, this combination. Again, this is very important because this applies to all your units types. So what kind of March heroes do you need? What kind of type of heroes? You're gonna need a hero which boosts your defense. You're gonna need a hero which boosts your offense. And you're gonna need a hard-hitting hero. So that being said, let's start directly with the tanks. So I'm gonna like to explain you in this episode why I'm starting with the tanks. What kind of heroes do we have available for tanks? What are the best combinations? And nonetheless, we would like also to talk about what skills are good to use for a mechanic master or for a combat elite. There are two reasons why I want to start with the tank specifically. One, first of all, being the fact that one tank unit needs only one slot. So you can fill a lot of tanks in your base. And the second reason is that the tank heroes are extremely strong. So let's start with which hero can boost your defense properly. We have Bradley, we have May, we have Cromwell, we have Springfield, and of course the absolute best one in the game is the Optimus Prime. So all of these 6 heroes are pretty solid, but let's keep this in mind when it comes down to the hero combination. Optimus Prime is actually the best choice you have here. Tank heroes which boost your offense are Ben, Amalia, Wheelers, Megatron, and Price is the cowboy. As for hard-hitting heroes, it's basically only worth mentioning Katyusha, Tracy, and Megatron. And now let's go to the most important problem here. How do I combine this hero? What marches are pretty solid? Now, taking consideration that I will only recommend you march combinations of heroes which are good in offense, but also in defense, because these episodes will carry on and we have to talk about the perks and so on. So I want to offer you my opinion about it. So the tanks have two of the best heroes of the game, which are of course usable for other units type. These heroes are in the following order. First is Optimus Prime and second is Megatron. So for the first two slots, I strongly recommend you to focus on Megatron and on Optimus Prime. As for the third hero, yeah, you guys should have Katyusha by now, which is still pretty solid to be honest, and it's a cheap hero. You can also use Pracy, but Pracy is a very good hero, but his trigger rate is kind of, yeah, it is how it is. If it triggers, you're gonna be very happy. If it doesn't trigger, you probably gonna get a feeling that you're running with the only two hero march. So in this evaluation, basically, you see me explicitly not talking about the new mutants because, yeah, they are old heroes and yes, Topwar wanted to make a step towards improving them, but the difference between them and top heroes is still extremely high. So the logical conclusion is for the tanks is to either use Katyusha, Megatron and Optimus Prime, or you should use Pracy, Megatron and Optimus Prime. Now